welcome to episode 17 of Duck-Sized Horses podcast, the comedy podcast that aims to answer the would you rather questions you've hopefully always wanted answered. We're coming to you live from DSH headquarters. We're back after our little summer trip.
It was lovely.
It was lovely, little summer trip to Cheltenham. I'm Nathan Herat.
And I'm Jack Higgins.
Who sounds distinctively like Barry White today.
I do. I sound husky.
You do. You sound very husky.
Rugged.
Rugged. It's very, very chocolatey, your voice this evening.
Oh, well, it might have been something to do with the chocolate we've just eaten, but I suspect something more to do with the amount I've spoken.
You've spoken a lot in the last few days.
Yeah, quite. A lot. Yeah.
I
should probably stop.
You should stop now.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. And thank you for referencing the meal I made as well.
Yeah, lovely.
I made you possibly the most upper class thing I've ever said to you when you arrived, didn't I?
It's well posh. Yeah, we had chocolate soufflés.
We did. I said, Jack, I'm about to put the soufflés in the oven.
Up until then, I think the poshest thing I'd ever eaten was a Viennetta.
It's only up from there.
Yeah, and I'll have no word for country. A Viennetta is a posh pudding.
Yes.
Comes on a plate.
It does. Or a bowl.
Yeah, on its own little
in its little tray. Yeah. Ceremonial tray. Anyway, we're not here to talk about ice cream.
Were we not?
We're not, no. If that's what you're expecting, turn off now. I'm sorry, you can only be disappointed.
Maybe next week, next month.
But there is the added twist and excitement that Jack's voice may well get deeper and deeper throughout this
I hope so.
podcast. I want you to sound like either Darth Vader or Batman by the end of this. I'm going to be disappointed.
It's definitely doable.
But yes, thank you for joining us for episode 17. Now, before we crack on and I'll read out the question, a few thank yous. Thank you firstly to Sim again for joining us last month in Cheltenham. It was a lot of fun. We had a great time with Sim, didn't we?
It was amazing. And he brought us a stick of rock.
He did. He brought us a stick of rock, which was lovely. Thank you for that, Sim. And I will say, very selfishly, I always like when we have guests because I tend to win that episode.
Very true.
Because when we've had Natalie twice, I think I won both of those.
Mm-hmm.
And Sim helped me win. So, to be honest, I need a guest, I think, to take down your powerhouse of a mind.
Yeah.
But yeah, so thank you to Sim. Thank you for everyone that's got in touch. We really do. I know I say this every month, but we really do love hearing from you, don't we, Jack?
Yeah, definitely. And thanks for everybody getting in touch and answering the polls for this month's question as well. It's, again, really wicked to hear from you.
It is. And thank you to everyone who sent in questions. And thank you to, I suppose we shall disclose now, thank you to Ben, whose question we picked this month. You'll have a signed rubber duck. I can just about fit my name on a rubber duck. Just about. So you'll have a signed rubber duck on your way to you. And if you're thinking, well, how do I get my hands on one of them? We shall reveal how you can a little later, won't we?
Yes, we will.
And the last bit of admin from me before I read the question is just to let you know what the scores are, Jack.
What are they?
They are currently Jack Higgins 9, Nathan Herat 8. It's very tight. It's very tight.
Yeah, you claw one back.
I got one back in the game thanks to Sim. So yeah, very excited.
Who's going to be the first to hit double figures? Can I do it today, or is?
I don't know. I'm hoping to level. Although my argument tonight is dramatically shorter than it needs to be to win.
Oh wow! You never know. So sometimes an argument doesn't even need to be that much. So it's okay.
True. But anyway, so I'll get into the question now. But before you give your wonderfully thought out answer, we have to hear how you, the public, have spoken. So I'll read out the question and then we'll hit Jack. No, we won't. Violence is never the answer.
No.
We'll head to Jack and you can let us know how the polls went.
I can.
So here is the question. Would you rather emit a foul odour that everyone except you can smell or constantly be smelling a disgusting smell that no one else can smell? Before we hear from Jack, how have the public gone?
The public have gone, it's sort of split a little bit. The public on Facebook, 67% of them want to stink.
Really?
They'd rather have the bad smell with them.
I'm amazed.
But on Twitter, the 74% of people, so quite a larger margin, and I have to say as well, a larger number of votes, have said that they'd like only a smell that they can smell, no matter how rotten it is.
That's interesting. That's very interesting. So we've heard from the public. Are you ready, Mr. Higgins?
I'm ready. Born ready.
You were. I shall read the question to you. Would you rather emit a foul odour that everyone except you can smell, or constantly smell a disgusting odour that no one else can smell? I've never said smell quite so much in a short space of time.
Yeah.
Go on, sir.
I would rather have a smell that only I could smell.
Really?
Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah, like a big stinky smell. I'd rather not smell myself.
Here, here.
Yeah. Have you gone for the same?
I've gone for exactly the
Oh,
same,
wow.
mate.
Oh.
I think that's the first time in a long time we've agreed.
It is, yeah.
Feels quite strange, doesn't it?
It does.
So, that's raised a lot of questions for me that I shall throw at you right now. First question.
Why?
Why is a good one, but what smell would you want to smell?
Well, if I could smell any smell,
Or would it just be a
it'd
disgusting
something
one?
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got to be a disgusting one. That's the
Yeah.
whole point of the question.
True.
So you can't switch it off.
No.
But I'd like to. I'm sort of leaning towards the kinder side of my gentle soul,
Yeah.
and I'd rather not inflict the nasty smell on anyone else.
Oh. Aren't you considerate?
I am. And, you could always. I've felt about ways you could kind of go around it. You could sort of hold your nose a little bit, then I thought that might get a little bit awkward.
Well, yeah. Fainting, for example.
Yeah. And so what you could do is, what swimmers wear.
Oh, the
On their
nose
nose.
clip
Yeah.
things.
Wear one of those.
Well, that's very
when
true.
we're out and about. Also, because we live on a horrible little damp and dark island, the common cold isn't so, well, it's common for a reason.
Yeah.
So your nose gets blocked up quite a lot of the time, so I don't reckon it'd be that bad.
No.
I mean, well, how strong would the smell be?
That's a great question.
Would
I
it be-
suppose it's
would-
got to be quite. It's got to be
Retch-worthy?
quite. I don't know about retch worthy, but it's got to be quite pungent because you're constantly smelling it. It doesn't seem to dissipate.
Like a guffy smell, but like
Yeah, like a heady stench.
yeah, like a real sort of like pongy
Yeah.
fart that you
Yeah.
was just in the room and you're not enjoying it.
No. This has gone south very quickly. I knew farts were coming, but I thought we'd have a bit more.
Like a proper sort of like eggy pump, like
Yeah.
that you can't just get away from.
No.
Because sometimes like your mate will fart. And
Yes, you will.
Sometimes I'll fart.
Yes, you will.
But sometimes it's a funny one.
Yeah. You've
And
kind of squealed a
yeah.
few out, haven't you, in your time?
And but you can get away with it, and like it's all part of the fun.
I must say, I know that this is probably going to be. I always it's quite weird, and I hearing me say it in my head before I've said it. But what I quite like about your farts is the sense of achievement that is preceding said delivery of the fart. It's usually congratulated with "ooh" or a kind of there's an element of surprise and pride in your face.
It's great. So yeah, it's fun, and like hearing other people fart. It's
It's hard, yeah.
It's one of the few joys you have in life.
It is a great noise.
But every so often, someone will just drop one. and
Yeah.
It's a little bit too, and you can't
Yeah.
get away from it.
No,
You're like,
they're not. They're almost not playing the game properly.
yeah, like a little silent one in a queue.
Yeah, yeah.
So it could be like that kind of smell.
Or like on a bus or something where it's contained and there's no
Yeah, there's
airflow.
no escape. There's not
No.
even like the comedy to it as well.
No, you're just trapped with it.
I reckon it'd be like that kind of smell.
Right. Well, that sounds really unappealing now.
Yeah, it's just
I'm questioning my choice for
Yeah.
it, really.
yeah. I guess in this one, we try and convince the other person to change their mind, and if someone changes their mind, that's
True.
the other person gets a point.
Yeah.
It's good we've established that 17 episodes in.
It is. We've got the points sort of system
Yeah.
nailed at this stage.
So yeah, I don't know. So that would be the smell,
Yeah.
but we're saying it can never go away.
No.
So would that mean even if you had a blocked nose, and even if you had a clip on your nose,
Well, I
you'd
don't-
still smell it a
I
bit?
suppose so, but if you've got a block nose, then you'll be able to smell things.
True.
Not just a pretty face.
More than a hat stand.
Yeah.
Would you
So what I should have said is that we're suggesting that even if your nose is blocked, this smell is so intense it will
Permeate.
Permeate. Thanks. That's the word I was going for.
Yeah. I don't know, because you it would maybe affect your other senses, right? If it's that bad, you
Yeah,
sort
true.
of taste it in your
Oh,
food.
yeah. That's not nice, is it?
Yeah, no one likes a.
No one likes to taste a fart.
No, not when you like you go in the room and you think, oh, that's a bit chewy.
Yeah, yeah. When the air is proper like soup-like. Yeah.
Soup.
You can almost sip the air. That's when you know that it's not nice. We've all been there, surely.
Oh God.
This is possibly the grimmest conversation I think I've ever had.
Yeah, I mean, we did the time travel thing a few episodes back, and I thought we'd. Well, that's we can't go any lower.
No,
but no, here we are.
Yeah.
So yeah, it would affect your other senses surely a little bit, and if it was that bad, maybe like your eyes would water.
True.
As well.
Yeah. Plus, it would affect your concentration levels and maybe your ability to work and to achieve things in a day, because the smell will just distract you.
What do you reckon you get used to it after a while? Almost like.
Well, that was one of the things I was kind of gunning for. Gunning for is the wrong phrase when we're talking about farts, but that was the thing I was going for. Is that I think after a while you kind of could get acclimatized to it.
Yeah,
I think.
Well, like when you live like in the city, it's like the country mouse, city mouse thing, isn't it? And you get used to all the noise outside.
Well, because I was thinking like people who, I mean, I don't do it. I don't smoke, but people who are around people that smoke, after a while, like at first, the smoke smell is quite a harsh one and quite kind of intrusive. But after the exposure to it for years and years and years, or day in, day out at work or whatever the situation is, you kind of get acclimatized to it and you don't notice it as much. So I wonder if in time, because that's what they say, like people who work in sewers, I realise this is a jump, but people that work in sewers say like initially it stinks, but then over time they get used to it. So
same with people like bin men. And, and
that's
people
true.
who work at the tip.
Yeah.
Well,
so I reckon you could get acclimatized to it.
I don't reckon if it's that bad. What if it was changing?
What there's like a rotor of smells.
Yeah,
like
almost
each week.
almost like a really grim Glade plug-in air freshener that sort of went between 3 different guffs.
The Glade guff.
So you know they got on the TV.
Would it be like Would it be like staggered kind of?
I don't know. It'd keep you guessing a little bit, so you never really get used to it.
Would it increase, not staggered? Would it increase so like a mild to a intense and
potentially?
Then,
What if it only sort of struck at like a point where you were going to smell something nice? So like so like a nice bolognese or something.
Yeah.
And you like lift the lid off the pot to give it a whiff, and then you sort of like dip your head in, and all you smelt was like bin fires.
But I've got to say, if you're dipping your head into bolognese, surely burns are going to be an issue before the smell.
Yeah, no, not like properly.
You're not
dip
full
your
on
head
diving
in.
your head in. You just been
I've learned my lesson before.
I was going to say, your bolognese.
I did actually. I burnt my chin once, like dipping it too close to a pasta bake.
Really?
On an oven dish.
That has got to be the most remarkable injury imaginable.
Yeah, I don't even know how I managed it.
You chinned a pasta bake.
Yeah,
that's brilliant. You're all right now,
yeah,
then.
Like, yeah. Oh, yeah. Fine. All the better for it. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
All that. But yeah, no. Imagine like going to smell something really nice. Like
that's true.
What's the smell you like?
I quite like pasta bake smells, or cooking bread.
Cooking bread. Cooking bread's a nice smell.
Yeah.
Imagine every time you opened up your oven to see your loaf of bread you've been cooking, you just got like a dirty dishwash kind of smell.
That's not a nice.
You know,
smell.
like when the sink gets a little bit backed up.
Yeah.
That kind of.
Stagnant water.
You couldn't
type
enjoy
smell.
anything.
No.
And when you wanted to enjoy something, or when you weren't enjoying something, you wouldn't notice the smell as much. So if you went to the tip, you wouldn't notice it as much because the tip already smells.
Yeah. Would that smell, so the disgusting smell, would that smell be assigned to all smells? So, like you were saying with the bread a minute ago, or like if you were smelling a flower, would the smell of the flower come through, or would you just get a smell of like bins, or would it be all smells would only be that one disgusting smell?
I don't know. I'd like to say that it's all replaced by one, but then sometimes, like when you've got like a really bad smell and you try and spray something over the top to get rid of it, and it never quite does the job.
No, that's true.
I reckon like that kind of middle ground.
The kind of
but even
freshener.
weaker.
Yeah.
So you'd get like a little bit of.
You'd get a bit.
I know the flowers there.
Yeah, it's mainly like it's a 90%, 10%.
Also, I don't think anyone would believe you. Like if you constantly were like, "Oh, it stinks," and they're like, "No, it doesn't."
Yeah, that's true.
We're in a garden centre. It smells great.
Yeah, that would ruin the Chelsea flower show
It
for you, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
If it all smelt of.
There is a plant that apparently it stinks of rotting meat.
Really?
Yes. So it attracts flies to pollinate it.
Oh, that's clever. See, that's a good way of using smell.
Yeah.
There must be a way we could harvest people who smell disgusting things for useful purposes.
Yeah.
None come to mind.
No.
But
there's something out there. If you've got an
yeah,
answer,
if you've got any
then
ideas,
let us know.
Get in touch. I was thinking actually, this could be quite dangerous because if you can only smell disgusting things, say there's a gas leak, if that disgusting smell overrides the smell of gas,
it'd be awful.
Then you'd be in real trouble.
Exactly. Yeah. Be in complete peril.
Absolutely.
So, but if you were the stinky person,
and
you could just smell regularly, you could just smell everything apart from yourself.
True.
Then you'd be safe.
That's true.
You wouldn't have any friends to worry about. So
no.
It would just be you to get out of the house if you smell gas.
Yeah.
But yeah, the reason I didn't pick that.
Yeah, I was about to ask you that actually, mate.
Because you could spend all day showering, and when you get out of the shower, and you'd still smell the same. You'd still smell like a pigsty.
True.
And I reckon you'd lose a lot of friends quickly.
That's very true. That's very true.
Although, I don't know, again, it could have its uses.
Really?
Yeah.
What is the use for smelling god awful?
Well, like you could do a job no one else wanted to do, so you could like clean out sort of like pigsties and
that's true.
No one would really notice it that much. Then.
No.
And you could talk to them from a distance.
Yeah.
Shout over the fence of the store.
Shout from a solid 100 yards.
And they'll be like, "Yeah, would you want to go for a pint?" And you'd be like, "No, I can't. No, I'm really busy."
Yeah.
So everyone would think you're a little bit weird and a little bit of a hermit.
Yeah.
Because you'd have to try and avoid people.
But yeah, that's why I went against it, because it just seems really isolating.
Yeah.
As for like you would, as you said, you'd lose friends.
Yeah.
Really.
It would be a shame.
I don't really see a benefit to it.
No. Apart from you, because you wouldn't smell it.
Yeah.
Actually, no, I don't see
there isn't a benefit.
There's no upside of smelling.
No. Because you couldn't like maintain meaningful relationships or anything, because people would just think you stink.
Yeah. I mean, you've become a science experiment as well.
Well, yeah,
but I don't mean that in a good way. Like you get.
Is there a good way to say that?
I don't know. You could get experimented on for like being super clever. That's a pretty good way.
Well, yeah, I don't think that's happening for me somehow.
Or maybe not experimented on. Because the way I'm imagining, if you stink, they're gonna like want to like poke and prod you and find out why you stink.
That's true. Like find the origin of it.
Do you reckon like it would sort of like push like scientists to try and make a thing to mask you in,
like an ultimate air freshener type? Yeah, possibly. Do
Like,
you get to pick? This is quite the weird question. Do you get to pick what the awful smell is, or what the smell is that everyone else can smell but you can't?
Let's go with because we're not seeing too many upsides at the moment. So
No.
if you had to smell bad, what would you smell of?
I'd want something that was kind of a low level badness, like an acceptable
like people
badness. So like maybe when you've done sport. Well, you do know because you've started playing football, haven't you?
Yeah, very badly.
Well, yeah, but no, but that kind of heavy sweat smell.
Yeah.
That follows any kind of exertion.
Yeah.
People are kind of, although they're a bit like, that's a bit sweaty, they're still understanding of it because you've exerted yourself.
I feel like if you were doing that, you'd have to go out and like do the things.
Oh, that's true.
You'd have to sort of maintain a certain lifestyle.
You'd have to. Well, you'd be quite fit then, I suppose.
Yeah, that's true.
Health-wise.
Yeah,
that's a benefit, maybe.
There we go.
You'd be quite healthy.
Add that to the list of pros.
That's one.
Yeah. Because otherwise, if you didn't, you'd kind of just be like the archetypal stinky person on the bus.
Yeah.
If you just stunk of
I probably am that person, to be honest.
I think I'd like to go for a kind of, like when clothes haven't really dried properly.
Oh,
so
the old tumble dryer, sort of musty.
Like a slightly damp
yeah.
clothes, because then, I mean, you'd understand that a little bit. People are like, oh,
Absolutely.
well, obviously he just hasn't dried his clothes properly.
Yeah.
And if it's quite low level, I reckon you could get away with that.
And also, if it's the damp of a post-wash clothes we're going for, are we with that? You have that little sort of background whiff of the detergent.
Yeah.
So people know that you've made the effort to try and be clean and sanitary.
I think as well, it would kind of have to work a little bit like we said a minute ago, where you try and like mask the smell with something, but it still sort of like seeps through.
So you're going for like an aftershave type.
You know, a smell I always hated.
Go on, mate.
It was, like brand new school trousers.
Yeah, that's a very distinct smell.
Yeah, like kind of like the like weird sort of Teflon polyester trouser type whiff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hated that.
It's not a great smell, is it?
No, not a fan.
I don't know where that smell originates from either.
No, me neither.
It's just not a nice smell, that.
And like you got that, and that's coupled with like when you're a teenager as well, so you smell the worst you've ever smelled.
That's true, yeah.
Maybe that's what you'd smell like. You just smell like a teenager.
Like a teenager. Yeah. I smelt fine as a teenager.
Oh,
I didn't.
No, see, this is it. This is it. You think you smell?
I thought I smelled. Yeah.
But everybody else is like.
So that's why I've only got 2 friends.
Yeah. No, yeah, you'd be coating yourself in Lynx all day.
Yeah.
And,
I don't like Lynx. I don't like the smell of it.
No, same.
I'm not a fan.
I'm a Dove. Hang on,
He's got it. He's got it with him.
I've got it in my bag. Hang on.
Here we go.
I've got a Dove's Men Plus Care Clean Comfort.
Nice.
48-hour protection.
Good.
As always, if a representative from Dove is listening,
do you want to give it a squirt so we can have a smell?
That's your endorsement. Why not? Why not? Hey.
Oh, it's got a lid.
When in Rome, yeah.
God. That was very much my face.
Sorry.
It does linger. Yeah. It's nice though. I mean, it doesn't taste nice. I'll be honest. It's not my favourite flavour.
Good job you got glasses on.
Well, yeah, I need them after that. No, it's got a nice kind of. Is it mildly fruity kind of?
I don't know. It just doesn't smell like a teenager's bedroom.
It doesn't. No. Burns your throat like an absolute.
Yeah.
I'm fine.
Yeah. You okay?
I'm good.
You're going to sound like me in a moment.
Yeah, we're going to be the Gruff twins. No, yeah, I agree. Do I have to make a plug for the deodorant I use now?
Oh, if so, then maybe the representative from the deodorant you use. If you're listening, that's your plug.
Absolutely, yeah.
You know the deal by now.
Yeah, I've not named them, but
yeah. When the plug happens, then that's a free carton of that product to us ASAP. I mean, it's not working out well for us. It's not, is it? No, we're waiting. Fentimans still need to pay.
We're waiting for that. We're waiting for some Battenberg wagon wheels.
Yep. And it's just not coming through at the moment. Who knows? One day, watch this space, or maybe we'll end up selling razors like other podcasts and mattresses.
Really? Do other podcasts sell razors and mattresses?
Yeah. Just to get their listeners up.
Wow.
Or they have a Patreon site, which is where people send them money.
Christ, we've missed the boat, haven't we?
Yeah.
Let's be honest. That boat has not only been missed, it's come back and we've missed it again.
We don't need it if no one listens to us.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So which deodorant do you use to mask the smell then?
So I use...
I feel like we're going off topic.
Well, slightly. We'll get back onto it. I use Nivea Men Care and Pit Rock.
Pit Rock.
Pit Rock is really good, actually. You put it on, so you wet the armpits. I'm going to go through the whole sort of routine here. You sort of wet the armpits when you've washed or come straight out the shower. Pit Rock on. You don't sweat for the rest of the day.
That's pretty cool.
It's really good. And it's odourless, which defeats the object entirely.
Well, but that could be quite good if you are the stink.
Yeah.
Maybe just cover yourself in Pit Rock.
Exactly. Pit Rock is good,
maybe
actually.
The scientists are already there.
I think so. And I wouldn't quote me on this, but I think Pit Rock's organic. And everyone likes organic stuff.
Everyone does. Yeah.
So it means it's ethical.
There we go. Well, I think
Right.
Yeah,
we've argued that well, I think.
Yeah, really well. I think, well, being smelly is just being completely thrown out.
Yeah, I think so.
So is it a point apiece, or what happens now?
I reckon it's... What do you think? That was diplomatic of me.
I tell you what.
Are we going to flip it?
We could flip it.
Do you want to flip for it, or do you want to just go point apiece?
Or, to make things really interesting for the next episode, I'm quite happy to concede the point
Are
this
you
time,
really?
so that it's 9-all.
So I'm getting a pity win, effectively.
Well, you can call it that if you like.
Yeah.
But we're going to go into episode 18.
Level.
9 apiece.
I like the sound of that.
And, of course, everyone at home as well knows there's going to be a grudge match happening next time.
Absolutely. I'm going 9 apiece. It's going on.
There we go.
It's going on.
It's been added to the list.
Hang on.
If you can write it down.
Yeah. I just spelled 9. There we go. We're in 9-all.
There we go.
The comeback has been completed.
So we mentioned a bit before about how people can get in touch.
Yes.
And how they can win prizes.
Yes, we did.
And am I right in saying we've had our first international entry?
We have. So thank you for reminding me, Jack, firstly. But also thank you. So a little while ago, we talked about how we wanted to go sort of global in terms of our listening, and we achieved that, didn't we?
Yes.
There were 4 people in Brazil, which we
Brazil.
We mentioned last month. And then we realised that we've had a great sort of uptake of people getting involved in our competition, which Jack will talk about in just a second, and we're really grateful for that. But we realised that we've not managed to get a global competition entrant yet, have we?
No, we haven't.
So we were really keen.
Until
so
now.
keen that Jack's interrupted me with it. We were really keen for it to happen. And Jack, has it happened? Now's the time to say...
Yes.
Who needs rehearsals? So yes, Jack, have we had a...
We have.
We have.
We have.
Are you going to explain it, or shall I?
Oh, no, I was just teasing. Yes, we've had a competition entry all the way from over the pond, the biggest duck pond you can find.
Absolutely.
From Canada, and it's a photo of a controversially.
Yeah, we did have to have a bit of a review on this, didn't we?
A Canadian goose.
Yeah.
But we've looked it up. We've looked into it.
We have. We've done some research.
The Canadian goose is on several pages, including the RSPB's page of types of ducks, geese, and swans.
It is.
It falls under a waterfowl category.
So we're now kind of branching towards accepting waterfowl.
Waterfowl. If someone wants to send us a photo of a swan as well, that would be quite good. But a Canadian goose is a type of waterfowl, so I'm going to say it's a duck.
We are, yeah.
And we've had a great little laugh at some of the other ducks.
We've had courtesy. We should say thank you to everyone at ducks.org, because your website is magnificent.
Yeah.
Absolutely magnificent. The work you do is incredible.
So here's a few names. So I had no idea there was this many.
No.
I knew mallard.
Yeah.
And
Same.
moorhen.
It's not a duck, is it?
Wow. Let's have a look.
We'll have a look. Yeah.
But loads more on here, such as the American widgeon.
Nice, nice.
The cinnamon teal.
Oh,
Ross's goose.
Yeah, that's my personal favourite. That one.
Mallards there.
Yeah.
The Northern shoveler.
This
is
brilliant.
great.
That's a fantastic
Ducks.org.
Here we go.
Barrow's goldeneye.
Nice.
The black scooter. The bufflehead.
Nice.
The common goldeneye. So that's the one that's out on the N64.
Yeah. What a great reference that is.
Mate, the
ducks
surf
here.
Scooter. Brant's
Was
another good one.
Brant was a great one, actually.
So yeah, those are your ducks on ducks.org.
Definitely check that website out. I recommend it for a good laugh.
So yeah, we've had this photo in from Canada.
Yes.
Of a Canadian goose.
We did.
And that's, congratulations, you're our first international winner. So you've got a rubber duck on his way.
That was Sim, wasn't it? Sim.
It was,
Thank you, Sim. Not only did he host last month, he's also delivered us our first international duck, which we are genuinely quite excited about, and I'm not lying. Oh, you found another.
The big-bellied whistling duck.
Nice.
Oh, ruddy duck.
That's a great one.
Put
it down.
Put my phone down.
Put it down.
Stop looking at ducks.org.
So if you want to win a rubber duck, then go and find a ruddy duck.
Yep.
Take a photo of it. Or a northern shoveler. No, how can people... or Ross's goose, ask him first.
Yeah.
Get consent before you take the picture.
Yeah.
But yeah, so how can people win a signed rubber duck, Jack?
So you can send us a photo of a duck or a waterfowl bird.
Yeah, or a horse.
Or a horse. Or a waterfowl horse.
Yeah.
To the following places. So you can send it to ducksizehorsespodcast@gmail.com.
Yep.
You can go to us on Twitter at DSH Podcast.
I'll hold up the bit of paper.
You usually do this bit.
Well, no.
You're better at reading. You can find us on Facebook by searching for Duck Size Horses, or you can visit our website, ducksizehorsespodcast.com.
Beautifully done. Beautifully done.
It's the voice. I'm going to blame the voice.
Yeah, we'll blame the throat. You've done very well, mate. But yeah, so do get involved in our competition. And as Jack said, no, you didn't. You haven't said.
You didn't even say what the prize was.
No.
What can we win?
Signed rubber duck. Signed rubber duck. Who's it signed by, Jack?
Signed by me.
And me. Beautiful. And it's scrawled by me because my name doesn't fit on the bottom of a duck. My name is too long.
We're getting low on our duck.
We are.
bucket.
We're probably down to our final quarter, I reckon.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's the competition. But also the details that Jack gave apply to just getting in touch.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to be like Ben and send us a question, we have the spreadsheet of wonder, which is always being topped up with questions. And if you just want to get in touch, make us aware of anything, share some other great duck names that you found on ducks.org.
You say make us aware of anything. Make us aware of
duck-related
stuff.
Yeah, not just anything. Duck-related or horse-related stuff. Then you can tweet us at DSH Podcast. Our Facebook page is Duck Sized Horses. You can email us at ducksizedhorsespodcast@gmail.com. Also, don't forget to check out our website, www.ducksizedhorsespodcast.com. You can find all the previous episodes and pictures. So Sim's picture will go up so you can have a little bit of inspiration for the competition.
That's how you do it.
That is how you read.
Yeah.
I think that's covered everything, so.
That has, and that brings us nicely to the end of the episode.
It does. Thank you
for
joining
us. Episode 18 and the big grudge match.
Yeah, the battle for double figures next month.
So we're off to have a wash and to...
We're off to find Ross's goose.
Yeah. See you in a bit, Ross.
See you in a bit.
We know where you live.
This podcast is part of Britpod Scene, an independent network of uniquely British podcasts that's always growing. Check out BritpodScene.com or BritpodScene on Twitter to find out more.